Greetings all, Frog here. It's time for the Friday update from the pond for the 29th July 2016. Can you believe the 7th month is almost over? It's madness, really. It's truly, truly madness. And here we are with the news and everything else. Let's pop a cold one. Or as I like it, pretty much a room temperature one. Some ginger ale. And here we are. I'd be a lot more nervous, except that I'm not working today. I'm going to take my car into the shop. I'll have done that actually before this video goes live, and then I'm going to record videos the rest of the day and set up for my garage sale tomorrow and try and just get stuff nailed down. It's a 6-hour garage sale, so that's really going to cut into recording time, which is unfortunate, but we'll do as much as I can today, finish up the week, and then we'll just go forward from there to us and just keep pressing forward, basically. That's all you can do. So there's really not a lot to say. It's as expected. GeoGuessr was doing its thing. Tuesday had a nice little change of pace. We did American Interiors instead of State Lands because I never did see the State Lands challenge. But American Interiors was kind of fun. It was a new thing. We could go anywhere we wanted to as long as we stayed inside. And it did pretty well, surprisingly. Chromagun is a lot of fun. I think I'm going to try and do like a chapter an episode. So some of them may be longer, some of them may be shorter from here on out. But that's pretty much how we're going to do it. So that means there's like 5 episodes left. Maybe 6. I can't remember. So that's how that'll work. Factorio Nero, of course, is as it is. And Afterbirth. I'm not going to upgrade Factorio in the Nero's campaign. That's going to stay as it is. I don't want to try and play with the mod dependencies and all that business. So you get what you get, basically, there. And that's just how it's going to be. But I think we're still having a lot of fun. And I'll keep doing 3, as we'll see. Afterbirth, we're continuing our quest for unlocking everything that we can. So on Sunday... on Wednesday you saw we did Agreed Mode, and on Sunday we're going to do one more and try and finish unlocking the Keeper. I already know that answer, but I'm not going to tell you one way or the other. And we'll just keep going for the post-its. So if we unlock Keeper on Sunday, then we'll start doing those post-its. And other than that, well, if we don't, then we'll keep going for Keeper, obviously, because it's pretty close now. And then it's a matter of getting the Keeper's post-its when we get them. All of Lilith except for Greed Mode and Boss Rush, I think. Then the Lost has everything except for Mom. And then Blue Baby has the Dark Room path, so Stan and the Lamb. And then a couple of characters all have Mega Stan. And then Maggie has Hush. That's the only thing left. So we're getting really close, actually. I'm very excited about that. Depending on how quickly Edmund gets to, or Nicholas, I guess, gets to, it's the company, not the person, the Afterbirth Plus, we may be able to be Platinum God before Platinum Plus, or Afterbirth Plus, rather, but I'm not sure. It'll be tricky. I had to take a break on Wednesday from EU4. Just Tuesday night after the live stream, I was so tired I couldn't record more. So we're going to just do 3 of each this week, which is fine. I used to do 3 of each, and then there was something else. I can't remember what went into that spot. Long ago, the EU4 hour used to be something else. Well, you know what? We could probably. This is one of the first weeks, wasn't it? No, it's the first week of 2016. Bummer. But I used to do 3 and 4. But I don't remember what it was. I did 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. That's very strange on that week. Look at that, Bob's RSO. It's like ancient times. Oh, I was in Orlando that week. That was a crazy week. That's the first week of the big format. It was all CK2. I remember that. And a lot of fun. Alright, well, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Oh, that was one too far. So, But I'm having a lot of fun doing both. Both the Scotland campaign and the EU4 campaign. If you haven't seen it yet, Scotland, we're starting as the Duke of Lothian. And that's why it's called the Lothian campaign. But it's effectively Scotland. Eventually we'll become the King of Scotland. And then levy that into Ireland and then to Wales and then possibly England. But if you haven't seen it yet, spoiler alert, Norway won. So we'd have to fight all of Norway in order to take England. So that'll be a little bit longer, but then we'll go Brittany, and then that might be it. Just unite the British Isles, have the British Empire, and have Brittany. I mean, we could turn it into a world conquest, but none of my achievements work anyway because of the stupid bug. So I think that's a good stopping point. Once we have all of Britannia, maybe northern France, that we'll call that a day. So that's the end goal for that campaign. At least short and sweet. Probably, I'm guessing, probably about 30 to 40 episodes. Which I know is kind of funny because most YouTubers or many YouTubers would not consider that short and sweet. But it'll be a short and sweet CK2 campaign. EU4 Japan, we'll unite Japan. The achievements are still turned on for that, so we'll try and do the daimyo. And I kind of feel like there's a world conquest as a daimyo. I think it's too slow, our campaign right now, to qualify for it, but we can always try. Okay. Daily is daily. Live stream. So there wasn't a lot of notifications about that, but I switched to YouTube again. So we're going to do YouTube live streaming for a while, just because, you know, I don't think we picked up a lot of people on Twitch like I thought we would. And for most of the hardcore, not hardcore, but the long-term viewers and subscribers, YouTube just works better. So we're going to stick with it. And I like it better too. The only thing is it has some of the things, I don't know. I just don't like some of the chat stuff, but the rest of it's fine. It's interesting. I have a note here that says YouTube Live Gaming Let's Plays. So there's a YouTube Live. If you go to gaming.youtube.com, it's supposed to be dedicated to gamers, and there's a Let's Play section. And it was funny because I was playing GeoGuessr at the time when I noticed this section. So I was like, oh, let's see if it lists me as playing GeoGuessr. And there were a bunch of people playing, or let's see if it lists my Let's Plays for GeoGuessr. And there were a bunch of people in these playlists. And I'll tell you that Let's Play list is garbage. Not to say that there's not good people in it. That's not it at all. I'm sure it's ranked by subscribers or something like that. It's certainly not by videos in the playlists, because the playlists that were listed, and there were like 30 of them, they averaged 9 videos a playlist. Okay, the most on that page was 58. And if we're going to go for playlist, you know, well, total GeoGuessr videos, I have over 400. But from a playlist perspective, well, this one's at 210, 211 by the time you watch this, because I'll have uploaded today's episode and it'll have gone live. And the one previously is like 190 something. I'll find out. 243 in point of fact. So, you know, it should be perfectly fine. It should be up there. In terms of like content, I know, having looked around YouTube a lot, I have some of the most GeoGuessr content out there. Nobody else is playing it as often as I am. So it's a shame that the algorithm isn't by volume, it's by viewers. But at the same time, you could argue, well, Frog, your videos must suck if you have 400 of them and nobody watches them. Well, no, obviously that's not the case. But it's really tough to get noticed these days. There's so much content on YouTube. I guess that's my way of just saying, hey, please help spread this around. All right, next week. Next week, more of the same. GeoGuessr every day. And played Chromagun because I'm having a lot of fun with that. The new Factorial, or Narrow Factorial, will be on 3. We'll do 6 episodes of that. We'll alternate EU4 and Lothian. We'll have a live stream. We'll have the daily. The live stream, again, it'll be at 7. So that's no longer a question mark. I liked being at 7 because it was done at 10. And even though I was tired, I felt better than when I was done at 11. So I'm going to keep doing that for a little bit. Excuse me. But that's how that is. So that's our schedule. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Hey, hello. So I don't know what's going on with this. I haven't fixed the green screen yet, and I'm really red. Like, I'm not this red. I don't know. It's got to be because that light's coming through. It's really annoying. Could you not? Could you not? Does that help? Will it what load? Will it correctly balance itself? Probably not. And I don't know why it's there, because it wasn't there when I was streaming. And it's the same setup. So I don't know what's up. But, you know, this is going to be quick. This is going to be like a 12-minute video. Holy smokes. I just wanted to say hello. Thanks for watching again continually. And it's going to be more of the same for a while just because there's a lot of stuff going on at work. So I don't want to jump the boat too much here. But I will tell you that July is ending this week. So Sunday will be the final day of July, which means that on August 1st, which is a Monday, Patreon will charge the credit cards. So if you didn't realize that, you haven't been a member of Patreon before, that does happen on Monday. I don't know when on Monday, but it will happen on Monday, which means that on Tuesday the all the Patreon benefits will go live, including going on to the thank you page, and also at the end of the videos. I'm reading up a lot. Wow, my hair is quite exciting today. I didn't notice that. Check that out. Wow. So I'm reading up a lot on how to do end roll credits, and I think I finally found on the solution that'll work for me, which of course is more complicated, but it is the better way, and that's doing things in Inkscape, which is essentially Adobe Illustrator. Other programs are obviously way available. Inkscape, though, is distributed under the GPL, which I'm pretty sure, I don't think it's the BSD license, I'm pretty sure it's GPL. Regardless, it's open source. And then putting it into Blender and doing a Blender rendition, which is a lot like Maya, and of course other programs are available. None of them support the channel. Blender is fully open source as well. So I'm going to do that method, and so that way I can have a video instead of having to try and figure out how to do a end roll in Kdenlive, which is not as good, I don't think. I can have much more control by doing it separately, and then at the end of every video I just import that asset and throw it onto the end, and it's already self-contained, so it would have music involved, and I wouldn't have to worry about trying to sync levels and stuff, because it would be there, it would be the right level, and everything would normalize when I do the recording of it. So it's not going to be a 12-minute video. I lied. So that's the plan. If you want to support me on Patreon, I encourage you to do so. Please do so. It is very helpful. Really, the impact, if you want to have an impactful dollar amount, that's the way to do it, because $1 a month there is worth about 1,000 video views, so, or advertising views, which is great. So there's a bunch of levels over there. There's a bunch of different levels that you can subscribe to, from $1 a month all the way up to, I think 10 is the highest right now, because I had played with 15 and I thought, man, if people are going to give me $15 a month, that's awesome, but it's $180 a year, and I don't know who's going to do that, so I don't think I did. But there's all sorts of things. So just the $1, that's the, hey, you know what, you want to put on your ad blocker? I completely support you. I understand. You know, I use an ad blocker as well for certain websites. Not on YouTube anymore, because I like to support my fellow content creators. But there are certain places where ads are just insane, and some places where it's a safety issue. You click on certain random Facebook links these days, man, you could go anywhere and all of a sudden you're selling Ray-Bans and you didn't even realize it. And I completely understand you for that. From the $2 to the $3 to the $4 levels, I can't remember if there's a 4. I'll have to check. But if you do those levels, then you get essentially producer credits at various different levels and thank yous on the page and in the end rolls. $5 level is the level where you can participate in the monthly operations call, if you will, the one that there'll be a Google Hangout. Because I'm kind of committed to Google and YouTube and all of that stuff. So there'll be a Google Hangout that will be invite only to the people that have done that, and we're going to talk about the channel, whether it's a half hour or an hour or whatever, however long we decide to spend on it, about what the future of the channel is and what some good ways to produce more. And man, my fan is really blowing that screen right now. I got to finish the screen. It's not time. And that'll be at the $5 level, and then at $10 we'll do multiplayer stuff. Right, whatever that happens to be, whether it's on channel or not, that's completely other. And I almost think that it's not. It's just going to be a private thing, probably once a month. Honestly, maybe a little bit more, but right now I don't have a lot of time. We're heading into budget season, and that's a large part of my job is planning the budget. Along with, we have an actual planning and analysis department, so. That department kind of looks at the property as a whole, and then it's my job to drill into what they do to make sure that we feel comfortable as a department within the company perspective, essentially. So it takes a lot of time, because ours are due to we sort of have a corporate. We're like a local location, and we have a corporate overlord that they require it by November 1st, so of course it can be in place because our fiscal year is January 1. So that's kind of it fills a lot of my time, and it's, as we saw last year over the holidays, it means that it's probably slowed down the videos for a little bit, but I don't know. That's really all I have today. So thank you so much for listening to it. You know, head over to patreon.com/PurpleFrogPlays, just like everything else, because I'm still on, of course, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Google+, Twitch.tv. I still have that. I don't want to give up on Twitch, but I just don't know if Twitch or YouTube is better, and I struggle with this. So weigh in on the comments below. Let me know what you think. I know a lot of you have already done that, and that's why I've gone back to YouTube, because there are a lot of people that say, hey, I'd love to watch you, but I can't do it on Twitch anymore because the service sucks. But YouTube is amazing, so I'm going to try and do it on YouTube for a while, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click that like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel to stay updated on everything as it happens. Until next time, cheers.